My grandma turned a peaceful Thanksgiving dinner into a full-on argument over the trolley problem, and now my family is split over this. Last Thanksgiving, we were eating at my grandma's house. Me, my girlfriend Anna, my Uncle Phil, and my dog named Doggy. It was a normal dinner until she brought up a post she saw on Facebook about self-driving cars. She said,
"How can a car make decisions?"
Phil added on saying, "What if a car has to decide between who lives and who dies?" Then, I came up with this situation, which I now regret saying because of the drama that followed. The car turned a corner and found two people crossing the street, and the only way not to hit them was slamming on the brakes. The thing is, that on the inside of the car was a person who wasn't wearing a seatbelt. So now the self-driving car had to decide between hurting two pedestrians or hurting one paying customer. My grandma immediately said that the car should
speed up
to cause the people to get hit quickly and causing less pain. Now I see why her license was revoked. Anna skeptically said to swerve off the road, but I think that could cause other people to get hit. She also doubted that the person on the inside with the unbuckled seatbelt would have been as harmed as the people in front of the car that would be hit by it. Phil, whose beliefs align with the veil of ignorance, said that hitting the brakes is the best option. He believes that the decision should be utilitarian, which means it should benefit the greatest number of people, or the most. It doesn't matter who's paying customer, saving two people is better than saving one. Doggy barked at our debate.
Woof, 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 woof.
He was clearly displeased by the commotion. I said that it reminded me of the trolley problem. My grandma goes,
"What's that? Did something happen to a trolley?"
I explained to them the trolley problem. You come across a trolley and it's heading for 5 people tied to a track. You have the opportunity to pull the lever to direct it to another track with one person tied to it. Do you pull the lever? Anne immediately thought this situation was so unrealistic.
How does this even happen?
Are they really tied to something that's tightly to the track? None of them can get free? She wondered.
Why can't I just go untie them?
This is when my father walked in. We caught him up on the conversation. He's a lawyer. He said that if you were to pull a lever, you would be accountable for killing someone, while if you didn't pull the lever, then you would be innocent, as long as you weren't the one who tied people to the track. Phil, accusatory, said,
So, you would just watch 5 people die just to save one?
This was the beginning of chaos. Everyone was accusing each other over what they would do in a non-existent situation. A glass of water fell over. My grandma's dentures fell out. The doggy took the opportunity to grab a piece of meat off the table and retreat. After that, nobody ate for a minute. My dad picked up his napkin and said we are all missing something. He said these problems are not about traps or rails. They're about who gets blamed when harm happens. He says that this is why lawyers care about them. He mentioned an article by Judith Jarvis Thompson. He said she argues that doing harm and allowing harm are not the same thing. Pulling a lever feels like an action. Standing still feels like letting events happen. The law treats those differently. Even if the result looks worse, Grandma nodded, like this has finally made sense to her. Phil pushed back. He said this still felt unfair. He said if you can stop harm and you choose not to, you are a part of it. He said justice should care about outcomes, not excuses. Dad said justice also cares about rights. He said Thompson talks a lot about that. People have a right to not be used as a tool, even if using them saves others. The room went quiet again. Anna then brought up abortion. She said people argue about it the same way. She said some people see it like pulling a lever. One choice harms one person, the other harms more. Phil agreed and said that this is why some people use numbers in the debate. They talk about pain, features, and outcomes. Dad said that comparison only goes so far. He said Thompson argues that even if a lie depends on another person, that it doesn't mean that the first person gets control over the second. He says the trolley problem helps people test where they draw the line. Grandma frowned and said she hated when philosophy ruined her dinner. Doggy whimpered in agreement. Anna said she didn't buy any of it. She said the whole thing depends on fake setups. She said in real life never gives you a clear train tracks and clear choices to make. She said you never know all the facts. What if the lever doesn't work? What if the numbers are wrong? This is why I doubt the problems. These problems teach us much to begin with. Dad said that doubt has a name. It is kind of skepticism. He said the point is not to predict real life, but to see how people reason with details when details are stripped away. Phil said that this is exactly why the veil of ignorance matters. If you do not know who you will be, your choices change. You might be the person on the track. You might be the one pulling the lever. Fairness comes to pretending you have no special place. Grandma said that sounded like something politicians say before raising taxes. Phil laughed but stuck to his point. The debate kept looping: justice versus outcomes, doubt versus rules, rights versus numbers. Doggy kept pacing under the table like he was waiting for someone to drop food again, occasionally barking as if he were trying to talk them into getting some food.
Woof, woof, bark, bark, bark.
At some point, I realized why this dinner felt different. Nobody was trying to win. Everyone was trying to protect something. Grandma wanted safety. Dad wanted responsibility. Phil wanted fairness. Anna wanted honesty about how messy real life is. The trolley problem was just the excuse we all used to say all of that out loud. When dessert came out, the tone finally softened. Grandma said maybe the real problem is that we want clean answers to dirty questions. Dad said this is why these stories last so long. They never settle anything but show us what we really care about. Doggy barked once, woof, like he agreed, then laid down. Thanksgiving ended with no final answer, but I think that was the point. Like and share for more stories like this one.